Hello to all of you, my organic farming enthusiasts, and welcome to yet another video here on our tiny garden, where we are always dedicated to the science and the art of organic farming. In this video, we take a look at the second part of key factors that influence nutrient availability in our soils. First up on the list is soil texture. Now, what we have on my left is what we call the soil texture triangle. It is basically a graphical tool that is used in soil science and agriculture to classify soil textures based on the relative proportions of sand, silt, and clay particles in a soil sample. It consists of an equilateral triangle that is divided into sections representing different soil texture classes, with each corner representing pure sand, silt, or clay soils. The specific proportions of sand, silt, and clay in a soil sample are expressed as percentages, and the intersection of lines within the triangle corresponds to the soil texture classification. This classification is super important because it helps determine soil properties such as water retention, drainage, nutrient availability, and suitability for agricultural practices. So, with that said, let us take a look at sandy soils. Sandy soils are characterized by larger particle sizes and low nutrient retention capacity. They typically exhibit faster drainage and aeration compared to other soil types. While this can reduce the risk of waterlogging and promote root oxygenation, it also leads to rapid leaching of nutrients, therefore making them less available to plants. The advantages of sandy soils include excellent drainage, which mitigates waterlogging and facilitates root growth, as well as ease of cultivation. However, sandy soils often lack essential nutrients and organic matter, therefore require frequent fertilization and soil amendments to sustain plant growth. Additionally, their low water retention capacity can result in drought stress during dry periods, necessitating regular irrigation to maintain adequate soil moisture levels for plant growth. The next category is silt. Silt soils are composed of medium-sized particles that are larger than clay but smaller than sand. They typically offer good nutrient retention and drainage properties. While silt soils have moderate water retention capabilities, they can hold nutrients relatively well, promoting nutrient availability to plants. Their balanced texture provides an optimal environment for root growth and nutrient uptake, contributing to healthy plant development. The advantages of silt soils include their ability to support a wide range of crops and their suitability for farming and gardening. However, silt soils can become compacted over time, leading to a reduced aeration and root penetration. Additionally, they may require proper management practices to maintain soil structure and prevent erosion. The third category is clay. Clay soils are characterized by fine particles with high water and nutrient retention capacities, often providing ample nutrients for plant growth but may hinder nutrient availability due to slow drainage and aeration. While clay soils hold nutrients well, their dense texture can lead to waterlogging and reduce oxygen levels, limiting root growth and nutrient uptake. The advantages of clay soils include their ability to retain moisture and nutrients, making them suitable for crops that require consistent water and nutrient supply. Additionally, clay soils offer good soil structure and stability, reducing erosion risks. However, clay soils can be very challenging to work with due to their heavy texture and tendency to compact, necessitating soil amendments and management practices to improve drainage and aeration. And finally, we have loam soil. Now, this is one of the best soils to work with if you are gardening. This is because loam soil is characterized by a balanced mixture of sand, silt, and clay particles that provide optimal nutrient availability for plants due to its versatile texture. With moderate water retention and drainage capabilities, loam soil offers a favorable environment for root growth and nutrient uptake. The advantages of loam soils strengths include its ability to support a wide range of plant species and crops thanks to its balanced soil structure and nutrient-rich composition. Loam soil is also very easy to work with and amend, making it suitable for various agricultural practices. However, loam soil may require occasional maintenance to preserve its ideal texture and fertility, and it is also susceptible to compaction and erosion under certain conditions. The next factor that influences nutrient availability in soils is soil organic matter. Soil organic matter plays a crucial role in nutrient availability to plants by serving as a reservoir and source of essential nutrients. As organic matter decomposes, nutrients such as nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, sulfur, and micronutrients are released into the soil, becoming available for plant uptake. Additionally, soil organic matter enhances the cation exchange capacity of soils and therefore allows them to retain and exchange nutrients more effectively. Furthermore, organic matter improves soil structure, water retention, and microbial activity, all of which contribute to better nutrient availability and uptake by plants. It is therefore very important to maintain adequate levels of soil organic matter through practices such as adding compost, crop residues, and organic amendments as they sustain healthy plant growth and productivity. The next factor is soil moisture. Soil moisture plays a critical role in nutrient availability to plants by influencing their solubility, mobility, and uptake of nutrients. Adequate soil moisture is necessary to dissolve nutrients in the soil solution, making them accessible to plant roots for uptake. Soil moisture affects nutrient diffusion and movement within the soil, facilitating nutrient transport to root surfaces. Optimal soil moisture levels also support root growth and activity, enabling plants to efficiently access nutrients dispersed throughout the soil profile. Waterlogged or drought-stressed soils can impede nutrient uptake by plants, leading to nutrient deficiencies and impaired growth. Therefore, it is important to maintain proper soil moisture levels through irrigation, drainage management, and water conservation practices, as they are essential for maximizing nutrient availability and promoting healthy plant development. Next factor is soil temperature. Soil temperature influences nutrient availability to plants by affecting biological and chemical processes in the soil. Optimal soil temperatures promote microbial activity and nutrient mineralization, accelerating the decomposition of organic matter and release of nutrients for plant uptake. Soil temperature also influences root growth and metabolic processes in plants, which in turn affect nutrient uptake and utilization. Extreme temperatures, that is either too hot or too cold, can impair nutrient cycling and uptake by slowing down microbial activity and root function. Therefore, maintaining suitable soil temperatures through environmental management practices is very crucial for ensuring efficient nutrient availability and uptake by plants. The next factor is soil aeration. Soil aeration is vital for nutrient availability to plants as it influences root respiration and microbial activity, which are essential for nutrient cycling and uptake. Adequate soil aeration ensures the presence of oxygen in the root zone, enabling roots to effectively and efficiently absorb nutrients through active transport processes. Oxygen availability in the soil supports aerobic microbial population that play a crucial role in decomposing organic matter and releasing nutrients for plant uptake. Poor soil aeration, such as in compacted or waterlogged soils, restricts root growth and microbial activity, leading to decreased nutrient availability and impaired plant growth. Therefore, maintaining proper aeration through practices like soil tillage, organic matter incorporation, and drainage management is essential for optimizing nutrient availability and promoting plant health development. The next factor is what we call as nutrient interaction. Now, this is going to be super heavy, but it's very critical for us to understand. What I have or what we have on the left is what we call the Mulder's chart. The Mulder's chart represents the interaction between 11 of the essential plant elements. Some interactions are positive, meaning they are synergistic, and others are negative, meaning they are antagonistic. A synergistic relationship is one where the elements involved help each other by aiding uptake or utilization. In contrast, an antagonistic relationship means the elements hinder each other in uptake or utilization. Now, for example, adequate potassium aids in use of iron and manganese, but if it's too much, it will hinder or antagonize utilization of magnesium, boron, nitrogen, phosphorus, and calcium. Now, an antagonized element may be present in adequate levels, but if there is too much of potassium that is present in the soil, then the plant doesn't have access to it. Elements that act as antagonists can do so in a couple of ways. If calcium is in excess, it can simply outcompete other elements such as potassium and magnesium for uptake sites on the roots, and it can also change soil chemistry by elevating pH to the point iron and boron become unavailable. The next key factor is soil microorganisms. Soil microorganisms play a crucial role in nutrient availability to plants by participating in nutrient cycling processes. Microorganisms decompose organic matter, releasing nutrients in forms that plants can absorb. For example, bacteria and fungi mineralize organic nitrogen into forms like ammonium and nitrate, which plants can readily uptake. Certain microorganisms form symbiotic relationships with plants, such as mycorrhizal fungi, which extends plant root systems and improves nutrient uptake efficiency. Soil microbes contribute to nutrient fixation, transformation, and recycling processes, maintaining soil fertility and supporting plant growth. Overall, soil microorganisms are essential for nutrient cycling and availability, making them integral components of healthy soil ecosystems. Finally, we have root characteristics. Root characteristics influence nutrient availability to plants in several ways. The morphology and distribution of roots determine their ability to explore soil volumes and access nutrients. Deeper roots can reach nutrients in deeper within the soil layers, while finer roots and root hairs increase the root soil interface, enhancing nutrient uptake. Root exudates released by plants can influence soil microbial activity and nutrient mineralization, further increasing nutrient availability. Certain root traits, such as mycorrhizal associations, can facilitate nutrient uptake by forming symbiotic relationships with beneficial soil organisms. And there you have it. With this video, we wrap up the plant nutrition series. In the next series, we shall be talking about something that I love talking about, a topic that I can talk about all day, every day, and that is the biological control of pests and diseases. You are in for a sweet treat. So please, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so now. As usual, thank you so much for staying with me up to the end of this video. If you found this content to be informative and interesting, please do share it with someone who might be interested in this kind of content. Until the next video, happy gardening.